So I've been noticing a lot of comments that are floating around the community lately of people wanting to know some of the best builds to use in third person in zombies. Honestly, third person is just such a vibe. So we're going to be knocking out a couple of things in this video. I'm going to be showing you guys one of the best third person Hipfire Akimbo builds that is in this game, and I promise you, you won't regret it. Third person Hipfire Akimbo. Oh my god, it's just such a mouthful. Today we're going to be looking at the Renetti. This is the build that I'm going to be using if you guys want to check it out. As you guys can see, the recoil on this thing is just non-existent. So starting this game off, I did start with a refined crystal and a legendary ether tool. Could have came in with a flawless, but I figured between doing all these bounties and stuff, I was gonna end up with enough essence to go ahead and get it to pap 3. Also, check out this skin when it evolves. Oh, it just looks so cool. You know, my buddy actually said that I look like a Pokemon. That's alright. Blastoise was awesome. Playing in third person honestly does give you a whole new kind of outlook and feeling to the game. Like, you can actually see your character and kind of appreciate the skins and stuff. Kind of sucks with this one, how it fades in and out. Now that's something honestly I hope they fix by the time this bundle actually comes out. Now, starting off with our very first HVT in the first zone, this Mangler actually took a few more shots than I was expecting, but still did go down pretty quickly, and I think honestly I could have just been missing some head. And I really don't like missing head. Moving on over into the second tier zone, I actually ended up getting another HVT on another Mangler, which is kind of perfect because then I can get kind of a gauge in between the difficulties here. And right off the bat, after approaching this guy, I could definitely tell he was quite a bit stronger, but these things honestly had no problem taking him down. Next, I went off and just did a couple contracts because I'm trying to get enough essence just so I could get that third level pap, and I wanted to show you guys something. Just look at the recoil that is on this build. The laser really doesn't jump anywhere. You just kind of got to aim it to where you want and shoot. I was in this spot here. It kind of reminded me of those old like on-rail shooter games. Next, we did a bounty on a mimic while still in the second tier zone, and this thing honestly stood no chance. He went down immediately. I was finally able to make my way into the red tier zone and get my third pack punch level. What do you know? We got a mega abomination right here, so I decided to test this thing out a little bit. We had a couple other guys shooting at him, and this was kind of hectic. Check it out. First, I started popping at him from up here up on top of the little balcony, but it really wasn't doing much damage at all, so, you know, my dumb ass, I gotta hop down in here and get right up in the action, and well, didn't really work out too well for me. So finally, with the help of somebody else, I decided to come up with a juggernaut. We were actually able to kill this thing. Next up, I did get an HVT on another Omega Abomination, and if I was struggling with the one that wasn't an HVT, then I already knew I was gonna need some help, so we just let the turret do this one. But he did end up dropping me a sigil, so you know what that means. We're gonna be heading on into the dark ether. But first, just take a look how these things handle the zombies in the third tier zone just as they come at me. They just shred through them like butter. And next up, we got another Mangler. So now we've had a Mangler in all tier zones, so this one is honestly perfect. But this one is going to be the toughest one yet, and honestly, these things handled it really well. I was honestly very surprised. The only biggest issue was there were so many zombies that were running after me, and actually I got to one point where I had him down so low in health, I was like, just a few more shots and I'd have him dead, but I just kept getting overrun by so many zombies. But even with the other zombies that were running all around me, these things were powerful enough to take all of them out and still get the job done by myself solo in the red tier zone, so you know these things are damn powerful. Now this would be close to where I would be ending the video, but I figured, you know what the hell, we got the sigil and everything, let's go ahead and go into the dark ether and just see if we can get some acquisitions and test these things out in some of the contracts in their solo. Now for the first one, I did the holdout contract, and these things handled very well. Honestly, just being in here is kind of a breeze. It just kind of feels like being in the second tier zone, but there's a lot more zombies, like a lot more. So for the most part, these things were handling pretty comfortably. I mean, especially even against the disciples and the Manglers and stuff that were in here, they handled awesome. The only kind of unfortunate part is I did get stiffed on the first contract. It didn't give me Luckily, I did end up getting a dog bone out of the ether purge contract, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, that's honestly going to be about it, guys. If you guys like just playing in third person or anything, this is honestly one of the best builds that you can use, especially just from a Hipfire perspective, just point and shoot. Not only does it take care of all of the normal traditional zombies really well in like all of the tier zones, but also it tears through the bosses really well too. But yeah, this is what I got from that run. I appreciate your guys' support. Thank you so much. You guys have been killing it on the channel lately. It honestly means the world to me. Please like the video if you guys enjoyed it or if it helped you out. Subscribe for more zombies content, or honestly anything Call of Duty. I try to stay up to date as much as possible. And yeah, that's about it. Later, guys.